Please stand and join Julie Knock in singing the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
You may be seated. Good morning. My name is Dr. Dan Weinert, Provost for Palmer College. It is my distinct pleasure to be your Master of Ceremony on this very special day. Please join me in a moment of silence to honor the forefathers of chiropractic and the passing of members of our profession. Distinguished platform members, today's speaker, Dr. Chad Burt, candidates for the degrees, members of the faculty, administration, and staff, supporters, families, and friends of today's graduates. Welcome to today's commencement ceremonies as we mark the entrance of these outstanding men and women into the profession as Palmer graduates. And welcome to Palmer College, where it all started, the fountainhead of the chiropractic profession. This college represents our profession's rich heritage and its strong future. We would like to acknowledge those present who have served our country. Those graduating today are recognized with red, white, and blue cords. Would all veterans or active duty military in attendance, whether you're a graduate, family, or friend, please stand for recognition as we thank you for your service. Today, we're here to celebrate the commitment, dedication, outstanding achievements, and the certain future contributions of the 64 talented men and women seated in the center of this famed hall. Drawn together by the educational experience they've nearly completed, the students seated before you started their journey as a diverse collection of individuals. In fact, the flags here on stage represent the many states and countries they hail from. As it has for well over a century, Palmer College continues to attract students seeking the best chiropractic education in the world. In turn, our community is enriched by their diversity of talent, tradition, and culture. As we call candidates to the stage to receive their degrees, there are two protocols I'd like to mention. During today's ceremony, we'll be granting two different degrees, a Bachelor of Science and a Doctor of Chiropractic degree. Second, Palmer celebrates its extensive alumni and specifically the legacy of chiropractic that exists within some families by encouraging candidates to be accompanied to the stage by a family member who is also an alumnus of Palmer. And graduates, remember, we're not assembled here today to celebrate the end of a program. We're here for commencement or a beginning. We're here to mark the beginning of your professional lives. Palmer and your experiences and mentors before have prepared you well. You entered to learn, and now it's time to go forth and serve. With that, let's begin our ceremony. Today's commencement speaker, Dr. Chad Burt, earned a degree in biology with minors in chemistry and business from St. Ambrose University in 1997. He graduated from Palmer College of Chiropractic, magna cum laude, in 2001. He immediately joined his father in practice at the Burt Clinic of Chiropractic in Walcott, Iowa, where he's been in practice for over 20 years. Dr. Burt is a member of the Iowa Chiropractic Society, the American Chiropractic Association, the St. Ambrose President's Club, and the Palmer College President's Club as well. Dr. Burt is a certified chiropractic sports physician, certified golf fitness instructor with the Titleist Performance Institute, and performs DOT physicals throughout the National Registry of Certified Medical Examiners. Dr. Burt serves the Iowa Chiropractic Society as a district officer and sits on several insurance advisory committees. He lectures on the topics of sports injury, concussion, golf swing mechanics, spinal radiculopathies, and evaluation and treatment of positional vertigo. His awards include Fellow in the Palmer Academy of Chiropractic and Walcott Outstanding Community Service Volunteer Award. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Chad Burt for our commencement stage today.
Dr. Weinert, I appreciate that introduction. Dr. Marchiori, and Dr. Cunningham as well. Thank you very much for really the privilege of being able to be here with you today. I am humbled by this opportunity. It is fantastic and quite a momentous opportunity and occasion for you guys. Secondly, I want to thank the family, the friends, the faculty, staff, distinguished guests here today. I want to thank you for being here today, but more importantly, I want to thank you for the wisdom, the love, and the support that you've given these graduates. I sat in those very seats 20 years and 3 months ago, and I know how important that support was to me. And most importantly, Class 212 of Palmer College of Chiropractic, congratulations. You have persevered. Not only did you survive chip mortar spinal anatomy class, PNS, NMS, radiology boards, clinics, and more quizzes, tests, and practicals than you care to count, but you did much of that in the face of a worldwide pandemic. If you can accomplish that, there is no mountain you cannot summit. They say if it was easy, everyone would do it. Palmer's curriculum is not easy. It's not supposed to be easy. It's supposed to be hard. It's hard for a reason. Life is hard, practice is hard, and not everyone is capable of doing what you have done. Today, you have proven that you are up to the task. Whether that calling takes you into private practice, research, education, or administration, you are up to the task. You have been given the best education by a chiropractic college anywhere in the world, hands down, bar none. But with that comes a great responsibility, because you now represent the legacy of Palmer College. I know, they know, you will make us proud. It wouldn't be a graduation speech without a few quotes, right? So here's my favorite quote from B.J. Palmer. We never know how far-reaching something we may think, say, or do today will affect the lives of millions tomorrow. At some point today, I want you to just take a moment and reflect a little bit on your own chiropractic story. How is it that you found yourselves sitting in those seats today? I love listening to people's chiropractic stories. It'd be great to hear each one of yours today. Clearly, time wouldn't allow for that, and somebody back here would probably yell at me. But I do have a little bit of time, and I want to share a bit of my chiropractic story with you. Most people think, because I'm a second-generation chiropractor, that's what I knew that I always wanted to do. And frankly, it's not true. Actually, I was in high school, and over the summer I was working for my dad, moving patients around in his office. And there was a lady that came in one day, She had been in a couple of weeks earlier with some pretty severe sciatica. So I got her from the reception area, I took her back to the adjusting room, and I said, "How's the back of the leg doing?" And she burst into tears. And I thought, this isn't good. This is not going well. Dad, you're gonna have to step up your game. Like, this is really uncomfortable. I don't know what we're gonna do here. And so I grabbed a box of Kleenexes and I gave her a couple Kleenexes, and she kind of wiped away her tears and she gathered herself. And she said to me, and I'll never forget the words she said to me. She said, "I'm sorry. I just got back from taking my grandkids to the mall shopping, and I didn't think I'd ever be able to do that again." It was at that point that I realized the impact that we have on people's lives. And I said to myself, I want to be able to do that for someone else. As chiropractors, you too will have the great reward of being able to impact somebody's quality of life with the tools Palmer has helped you discover: your head, your heart, and your hands. In our office, we don't do anything special. There's no magic Burt adjusting technique. We use Palmer Package. We do the things in our office that Palmer taught us to do. But we do it with a passion for excellence and without taking shortcuts. So today I want to give you a few challenges. As Mr. Mortar said last evening at the dinner, you're ending one chapter of your life and you're beginning a new chapter in this life. And as you move into this next chapter of your life, I want you to take forward these 5 challenges that I have for you today. Number 1, have a passion for excellence. Do what you were taught to do and do it at a high level. You're capable of it. Number 2, don't take shortcuts. Simply don't do it. Number 3, be a lifelong learner. You have learned a tremendous amount, but after 20 years of clinical practice, I can tell you that I continue to learn new things on a weekly basis. You owe it to your patients to continue to learn. Challenge number 4, be a servant leader in your community. One of the most important things we can say in life is, how can I help you? It's one thing to ask the question, but it takes real leadership to take action on someone else's request for help. So I ask you, look at all of your communities, your family, your friends, your neighbors, your patients, your staff, your city, your state, your country, your alma mater, and your profession, and ask the question, what can I do to help? Because you can rarely go wrong when you're working to help others with humility and respect. And lastly, challenge number 5. I want you to not only share your chiropractic story, but more importantly, help others experience their own chiropractic story. Because you never know how far-reaching that action can have on millions of people tomorrow. I look forward to you, my newest colleagues in this great profession, continuing the legacy of Palmer College. We expect great things from you. Class 212, congratulations on a job very well done. Now, go forth and serve. Enough said. Thank you.
Students who earn a bachelor's degree from Palmer College must complete 120 semester hours. 30 of these hours may come from the basic science courses taken in the Doctor of Chiropractic curriculum. Dr. Marchiori, upon the recommendation of the Dean, Faculty, and Academic Standing Committee of Palmer College of Chiropractic, it gives me pleasure to present those candidates who have successfully completed the requirements for the granting of the degree Bachelor of Science. The Bachelor of Science degree is awarded in General Science. The candidates will be introduced by Mr. Craig Miko.
Please stand when your name is called. Brian Benson. Julius Irvin Bird. Carter Jeffrey Carew. Austin Frederick Clark. Spencer Lee Enge. Marley Jean Gillis. Zachary Lazar Jacober. Andrew C. Johnson. Jacob Ryan Johnson. Sarah Grace Kucha. Jacob Benjamin Lipsky. Melinda McKinney. Brooke Nicole Oberding. Rylan John Dale Pearson. Walker Clinton Porterfield. Zach Salo. Nicholas Arthur Schiltes. Claire Estelle Sheridan. Eliud Miguel Sierra Jr. Savannah Katie Slater. Hannah Renee Yazzie.
Good morning to everyone. Candidates, on behalf of the faculty and the trustees of Palmer College of Chiropractic, and by virtue of the authority vested in me by the laws of the state of Iowa, I do hereby confer upon you the degree of Bachelor of Science. Congratulations to all of you. You may be seated. Dr. Cindy Long will now present research honors.
The Research Honors Program, under the auspices of the Palmer Center for Chiropractic Research, gives students the opportunity to experience research and enhance their educational experience while in the Doctor of Chiropractic program by participating in a faculty-mentored research project. We have one Research Honors recipient today. Claire Estelle Sheridan conducted a research project entitled Establishing Methods for Quantifying Neuropeptide Y Immunoreactivity in Gracile Nuclei of Spared Nerve Injury Model. Her faculty mentors were Dr. Stephen Onifer and Zachary Shannon. Claire, please approach the stage to be recognized and receive your award.
The Academic Excellence Award is presented to those members of the graduating class who have displayed the highest level of academic achievement by earning Dean's List honors every term while at Palmer. Will the recipients of this honor please present themselves? Ryan De Rosales. If you're confused, just take the biggest one. All right. Zach J. Finch. Shelby Janine Forrester. Brock Gross. Jacob Ryan Johnson. Joshua Lawrence Campy. Emily Lorraine Campier. Marissa Klein. Augustine John Lewis. Jacob Benjamin Lipsky. Jacob Ollis. Savannah Slater. And Rachel Smith.
The salutatorians for Class 21-2 are Marissa Klein and Augustine John Lewis. Marissa is from Luxembourg, Wisconsin, and prior to attending Palmer, she earned a degree in biomedical science from St. Cloud State University in Minnesota, where she also played collegiate volleyball. During her time at Palmer, Marissa served as a tutor for spinal anatomy and was an intern in the chiropractic rehabilitation and sports injury department. After graduation, Marissa plans to practice in Grand Island, Nebraska. Before bringing Marissa to the front of the stage, I would also like to introduce our second salutatorian, Augustine John Lewis. He's from Brookline, New Hampshire, and prior to enrolling at Palmer, he studied at Boston College. Following graduation, Augustine plans to return to New Hampshire for his clinical practice. Marissa and Augustine, please come forward to pick up your plaques, stand at the foot of the stage, and be received by this community. So just wait 1 second with me. Then get together for one. Wait 1 second. Folks, our salutatorians. Thank you. So our salutatorians are the second highest academic rank, which essentially converts to the fact that they had 1B throughout the entire program, which is insane when you think about it. You managed to go through this entire 3 1/3 year program, all of the courses, all of the study. You get 1B. 1B could be by 1/10 of a point. And somehow you get second place. That's insane. The highest academic achievement is the criterion for class valedictorian, which by definition would mean that these folks all are 4.0 throughout the entire program. Which is even more outstanding is if you think about the fact that this class, 21-2, has 5 graduates that share this honor. And I'll read them in alphabetical order, and then we'll bring them up for a presentation, and they'll give individual speeches as well. Our first recipient is Ryan De Rosales. He's from Rockford, Illinois. I've got more to read, so get ready. He graduated summa cum laude from Western Illinois University, which is an amazing achievement. He earned a degree in exercise science and a minor in nutrition there at Western. While at Palmer, Ryan was a teaching assistant for our gross anatomy, spinal anatomy, physical diagnosis, and our neuromusculoskeletal coursework. Following graduation, Ryan plans to return home to Rockford, Illinois, at the Halsebus Chiropractic Clinic, he completed his preceptorship there, and now he will enter as a practicing doc. Our second recipient is Zach J. Finch. He's from Mesa, Arizona. Zach attended Northern Arizona University where he played football, then he transferred to complete his degree in exercise science at Brigham Young University. During his time here at Palmer, Zach was involved in a lot of activities. In addition to rugby and student council, Zach was always present and helpful to represent the student body on a variety of topics to the administration, to the faculty. In addition to his work and service on the student council, he was also involved in the Forward Thinking Club as their vice president. After graduation, Zach is excited to return home and practice in Arizona with his wife, Emma, and his 3 beautiful daughters, Indy, Sunny, and Ever. Our third recipient, Joshua Lawrence Campy, is from Middleton, Wisconsin. Prior to attending Palmer, Joshua earned a degree in biology with a minor in health information systems management from the University of Wisconsin at La Crosse. He also played collegiate football there. During his time at Palmer, Joshua was involved in Palmer's Sports Chiropractic Club and is also certified in advanced soft tissue technique. Following graduation, Joshua plans to practice in Rochester, Minnesota. Our fourth recipient is Jacob Benjamin Lipsky. Jacob is from New Berlin, Wisconsin. He studied biomedical science at Concordia University in Wisconsin, where he also played collegiate hockey and golf. While at Palmer, Jacob worked as a teaching assistant for active care, radiographic quality, and spinal anatomy. He was also a member of Palmer's hockey team, president of Palmer's Motion Palpation Club, and involved in Palmer's Extremity Club. Jacob has just completed a 2-preceptor program, one at Tuscaloosa VA Medical Center and a second at Cumberland Chiropractic and Sports Medicine. Following graduation, Jacob plans to practice at Elite and Spine Care in Brookfield, Wisconsin. Our fifth recipient is Rachel Smith. Rachel is from Sheboygan, Wisconsin. She earned a degree in biology, minoring in nutrition from the University of Wisconsin at La Crosse. While at Palmer, Rachel was a tutor for spinal anatomy and a clinical radiology intern. Following graduation, Rachel plans to practice in Sheboygan, Wisconsin. Ryan, Zach, Joshua, Jacob, and Rachel, please come forward to receive your award. Folks, could we have all 5 of you come up for a group shot? I've been doing this for a long time, and I cannot remember 5 valedictorians. Ryan, you might have to move down a little bit. Congratulations. Now the valedictorians will each address the assembly.
All right. Hello. Family, friends, alumni, faculty, and staff. Welcome. And thank you for coming to Davenport, Iowa to attend this milestone in Palmer Class 212's career. I'm certain everyone here in attendance has supported anybody in this audience throughout their time here. If Palmer Class 212 would please stand up, turn around, find your support, and give them a round of applause, please. All right. When Googling the purpose of a valedictorian speech, a resource stated that it should fulfill 2 goals. The first one is convey a sending off to the members of the graduating class. And the second is to inspire them, the students, to leave school ready to embark on a new, exciting adventure. For the first goal, Palmer Class 212. Take a second to give yourself some credit here. We've been here for 3 years, had a lot of ups and downs, and I have gotten the wonderful opportunity to get to know you on such a great level. And through our time here, we all have matured and grown into who we are today. We will shortly, amazingly, be doctors of chiropractic. Enjoy this moment with those who matter, but realize that this moment in time is just the beginning. The beginning for a new set of tests and exams that we have moving forward. Those tests and exams are our patients in front of us and our abilities to figure out whatever philosophy or technique you want to use to get them better. Utilize the knowledge we've gained here and serve your community as best as you can. And now on to goal number 2, which is to inspire my classmates, which I don't really need to do. They're quite an inspired and motivational group, but get them ready to embark on an exciting New Jersey journey. And just a heads up here, I will be talking about myself, but I don't mean to sound arrogant. So, it was the first day at Palmer, that Monday, where first try students are meeting the faculty and staff, getting a tour of the clinic, and Andrea Manderscheid, I don't know if she's here, but she was an admissions counselor at the time, and I was in contact with her quite a lot before I got here. And when I got here that Monday, she said, "Ryan," or something along the lines of this, "Ryan, I'm so glad you're here. Great to see you." I forgot whatever was in between, but she ended with, "You're probably going to be the top of your class." And I just thought, heck yeah, in my head. Not because I'm better than anybody else, that is not what I was trying to do here, but because I knew in my mind before I started here what inspired me to bring me where I am today. My classmates, even some of their families know, grades, awards, I never really talked about them. They didn't really matter to me. What mattered to me was my family and my future patients. A phrase before I attended Palmer was, "You only see what you know, and you only treat what you see." Our patients trust us. Our patients seek our knowledge and expertise, And it was always in my mind and your guys' mind as well that we need to know as much as we can in order to treat as much as we can. So that was one reason, future patients. And now my main reason for wanting to be on stage here. I always imagined myself on this stage right now because I wanted a family member of mine, my mother, to be in the crowd screaming at me and cheering like crazy. Most of my classmates know, and even some of their families, that she passed away in December 2020. She was an amazing role model, parent, and it was unbelievable that I had a blessing to subconsciously pick up some of the habits that she had. She was a single parent raising myself, my older brother, and younger sister, an MD serving the greater Rockford community for 20 plus years. I know I'm on the stage right now talking to you guys, and it may seem like I have my stuff together. I didn't for quite a long time. But my mom still loved me and cared for me as much as she could. But it hit me at a certain point that, wow, she does a lot for me. And right before she passed, we got the opportunity to see her in the hospital, and I got to look at her in the face, and I said, thank you for everything you have done. I love you as much as anything possible, and I will do absolutely anything I can to make her proud and myself proud at the same time. To end this here, why did I even tell you that? It was to bring up the idea of finding something for yourself, but then for everybody around you that will motivate you and keep you going. Life has ups and downs. It wouldn't be as awesome as it is sometimes if we didn't have those downs. But if you can determine in your mind, take some time and figure out what your legacy or whatever inspires you the most, those downs in life, your patience will be tough sometimes, but that legacy, that motivation, that intrinsic motivation that you have will keep you going, and you'll wake up every morning wanting to fulfill that legacy. And once you figure that out, take the time, live by it, write it down, read it every day, and never forget it. And once you do that, that one thing or multiple things that you have as your legacy will guide you in every aspect that you set forth. Thank you for your time.
Thank you, Ryan, for that great address. I heard Dr. Cunningham talking about his 12:30 tea time, so I'll try to keep it short and sweet. What an amazing pinnacle today is to a 3-year journey that we've endured here at Palmer. And from this day forth, each of us graduates will carry a new title with us. We'll be doctors. And I encourage all of you to remember what it took to get there, to carry that title with you. I encourage you to remember the good times and the bad times. I encourage you to remember the mad dashes across Brady Street, hoping that a car wouldn't come flying up the hill. To remember the Red Band coffees that got you through the day, and the breakfast sandwiches too. Don't forget those. I encourage you to remember the spinal quizzes, where you'd miss fractions of points just for not putting a period or comma, or using the wrong "and" symbol. I encourage you to remember Dr. DeRay pretending to be a fetus. Remember the OSCE weeks. Remember the hours you put in to study, the tears that you shed. I know there were tears. There were tears from my end. Remember what you've lost. Some of us lost family, lost friends, lost teeth, lost limbs. And I know at one point or another we all lost our minds. But remember what you've gained. Take a quick look around you, and each person by your side is part of a new family that you've gained, a new support group. Think about the knowledge you've gained, the experience, the wisdom. All of those things and more, plenty more, every single day that you've been here has contributed to you sitting where you're sitting. And I know each and every one of you, just as I feel, knows that you're in the right place. You're doing what you need to do, and you're being the person that you need to be. I invite you all to embrace each and every day from here on forth as an opportunity to learn and to grow. Take the good things and the bad things that come. They're all learning experiences. And it's part of the process. Like Ryan said, we may be standing up here looking like we have our stuff together, but that's far beyond the truth. We all have our struggles, but the process is to learn from them and to grow and to celebrate the victories. Remember the triumphs that you all have had through this process, your successes. It's been an honor to know every single one of you, had experience with every single one of you throughout our time here at Palmer. And remember what it means to be a doctor. To be a doctor means, in my perspective, to enlighten with your knowledge, to inspire with your leadership and your example, and to give hope with your compassion and your love. Congratulations, Class 212. It's been a great ride, and it will continue to be a good ride from here on out. Thank you.
How's it going, guys? First off, just want to thank all my family and friends and everyone along the way who supported me. Without all of you, I wouldn't be here today. Thank you to the faculty for pushing me and challenging me at times. You're making me a better doctor, so I appreciate the challenge. Yeah. Random date, guys. September 21st, 2018. I don't know if anyone remembers this, but it was second trimester, Friday after a long week of exams. And I posted in our Facebook group, big milestone today, 1,000 days until graduation. Well, guys, 1,000 days later, many exams, quizzes, practicals, we're finally here. I just wanted to share a personal story of how I got here. Not to show off, not to get your sympathy, but to give you a message. Before starting Palmer, I was 100 pounds heavier than I am now and was told I had high blood pressure. At age 23, I was told to take a medication to control that high blood pressure. Being told that at that age, I knew something had to change, and I knew I was coming to Palmer at that time too. And I thought to myself, how am I supposed to preach a healthy lifestyle if I can't live one myself? So I decided to take control of my health. How I approach how I eat, how I exercise, and just how I attack life every day. So what I'm getting at here is, as doctors of chiropractic, we can have a huge impact on our patients' health and well-being by looking at the entire body and educating our patients on what it truly means to be healthy. A quote I came across that really hits home to me is, incredible change happens in life when you decide to take control. I saw myself change for the better, and our goal as doctors of chiropractic is to help our future patients take control of their health. And today, 1,000 days later, an incredible change is happening to all of us. We're finally becoming doctors of chiropractic. So congratulations, everyone. I wish you all the best. Thank you.
Great job, Josh. Great job. All right, it's my pleasure today to welcome family, friends, like every other valedictorian here has. I just want to let you guys know that
every one of you sitting in the stands here has made an impact on us graduates here today. No matter if that's prayers that you sent, money that you've given, car rides, cars, all the above. We literally could not thank you enough for everything that you've done, especially these last 3 years. We all truly would not be here today without all of your support, so thank you. So considering I've talked to a few doctors, and one, they didn't even remember who their valedictorian was or their class, nor what their speech was about, made me laugh. So instead of trying to teach you something today that you won't remember, I just wanted to remind you of a few things that you definitely have heard, but maybe just need a little bit of refresher on to start this new journey. Life is a continual cycle of endings and new beginnings. This let go and begin again is something that we all in this room are quite familiar with at this point. New beginnings are exciting. They're full of promise, excitement, and an opportunity for change. But bringing in the new also means saying goodbye to what we're familiar with. I know for me, this is the scariest and most exciting new beginning in my life. I'm filled with joy right now. I've had an amazing family here, and I get to celebrate a milestone that I've been working towards for the last 6.5 years. I feel excited to finally not have to rely on the next student loan drop as my paycheck for the next 4 months. I feel excited to be able to educate my patients that a 2-toed sloth has less than 7 cervical vertebrae, and a 3-toed sloth has more than 7 cervical vertebrae, and a giraffe has 7 cervical vertebrae. So I feel excited today, but I also have some uncertainty, just like all of you, I'm sure. So as we start this new beginning, I want to remind you of a few things that you already know, but might just need a little bit reminder or a different spin on it. So as we start this new beginning, first and foremost, trust God in everything you do. Understand that all of your successes that you've had in the past and the ones that you will have in the future is by the grace of God. It's the most precious gift you will ever have. So trust Him in everything that you do. It won't always be easy, but I promise you, and He promises you, that it'll be worth it. Understand that as your anxiety about the future and your stress about the future increases, your trust in God is decreasing. So give your anxiety to Him and your stresses to Him. He knows how to handle it better than us anyways. If your trust is here and your faith is here, I promise you and He promises you that your success is going to be even here. It'll be more than you ever imagined. Success is coming your way, all of you. Just don't forget to thank Him for it when He gives it to you. While writing this speech, I also reached out to a few of my mentors who have succeeded to the highest level in this profession. They gave me a couple of gems that I'd like to share with you to kickstart your success. First, strive to be the best you that you can be. Surround yourself with successful people. Hitch your wagon to people who are moving forward in work, in life, and in faith. But take the components that those people have and combine them with your own drive and your own ideas. Don't try to be the next Dr. Barber. Be the best you that you can possibly be. God created you differently because He has a whole different plan for you. Everyone tap each other on the shoulders, the person next to you, and say, God has a whole new plan for you, because He does. Second, be passionate about what you're doing. Together with faith, all things are possible. It's easier to get up in the morning and work long hours when you have a passion for what you're doing. Understand that finding joy in your work takes more than just finding a job that lets us use the knowledge or skill that we've learned the last 3 years. Once you enter the working world, you will quickly realize there are many ways to use your set of capabilities, especially in the world of chiropractic. Find what gets you up in the morning and fill your day with those types of patients in that atmosphere. Tap a different neighbor on the shoulder and tell them, find your passion. Lastly, understand that at the end of the day, you are not in control of your outcomes. You're not in control of your drive across town, the healing of your patients, your relationships in your life. And understand that God is. Not only that, please know that He loves you and wants to take care of you during the ups and downs. Work hard in life, become passionate about your journey, and trust God zealously with all the outcomes. Congratulations, Class 212. You guys are going to do amazing, and you're going to go out there and change the world. Thank you.
4 down, 1 to go. I'll do my best to follow up those 4 great speeches, so let me start by welcoming all of their family and friends that we have here with us and my fellow classmates. Let me first start off by congratulating each and every one of us on this momentous achievement. It took time and effort to reach this moment, and nobody else will fully understand just how much blood, sweat, and tears this journey took out of us like our fellow classmates will. We were all there, either sweating profusely in W212 or shivering because we forgot to bring a sweatshirt in the middle of summer to a classroom with excessive AC. We all put in long nights in either the regular or the silent libraries. The old ones, of course. We were too late to get the fancy new renovations. And no doubt we all cried tears of frustration or happiness at some point along the way. I remember my friends and I, and probably the rest of you, we were all alarmed when we went fully virtual in 7th trimester. We were all worried that we would fall behind because we were at the disadvantage of starting student clinic late. But all that worry and that frustration seems so small in comparison to the knowledgeable doctors we have all grown to be in our unique ways. Our hard work and dedication has paid off. We are here at graduation, and we're finally going to be done with school and start our careers. I know we all have so many people to thank, and I would like to personally thank my family and friends for their support and encouragement throughout my time here at Palmer. To my family, you were always available to take a phone call, come for a visit, or send care packages during finals. And for that, I thank you. To my friends, you were always ready to help me enjoy the perks living in the QCA offered, from wineries and breweries to parks and concerts. And for that, I thank you. Congratulations again, Class 212, and I wish all of us nothing but the best as we continue to grow, both as doctors and people. We are at such an exciting time in our lives, and I know we will all try our best to go out into our communities and serve our patients as the best, most ethical chiropractors we can be. Because that's why we all chose this profession, to help people live better, healthier lives through patient-centered healthcare. But for today and this weekend, let's reflect on how far we've come. Let us take a moment to enjoy the end of this chapter of our lives. It's time to celebrate. Thank you.
To receive a Doctor of Chiropractic degree from Palmer College of Chiropractic, students must complete a rigorous curriculum that is the equivalent of 5 academic years in 10 trimesters, or 3 1/3 calendar years. There are 72 courses and 4,665 hours of instruction in the curriculum required for graduation. Dr. Marchiori, upon the recommendation of the Dean, faculty, the Academic Standing Committee of Palmer College of Chiropractic, it gives me great pleasure to present those candidates who have successfully completed the requirements for the granting of the degree Doctor of Chiropractic. The graduating doctors will be introduced to Dr. Marchiori by Mr. Craig Miko, Associate Professor in Life Sciences, and Dr. Michael Tuning, Associate Dean of Academic Affairs. Dr. Marchiori will present the colors of the doctoral hood signifying the candidate's success in completing the graduate program. Will the candidates please present themselves?
Ryan De Rosales, Illinois, summa cum laude. Zach J. Finch, Arizona, summa cum laude. Shelby Janine Forrester, Michigan, magna cum laude. Brock Gross, Indiana, magna cum laude. Jacob Ryan Johnson, Illinois, magna cum laude. Joshua Lawrence Campy, Wisconsin, summa cum laude. Emily Lorraine Camper, Illinois, summa cum laude. Marissa Ann Klein, Wisconsin, summa cum laude. Augustine John Lewis, New Hampshire, summa cum laude. Jacob Benjamin Lipsky, Wisconsin, summa cum laude. Jared Ollis, Michigan, summa cum laude. Savannah Katie Slater, Canada, magna cum laude. Rachel E. Smith, Wisconsin, summa cum laude. Zachary Harris Amato, Illinois. Kate Amborski, Wisconsin.
Congratulations.
Brian Benson, Illinois.
Congratulations, friend.
Stephanie Taylor Blada, Wisconsin. Jacob Philip Brandman, Michigan. Grady Lee Brunk, Kansas. Austin Russell Bushbacher, Michigan. Shauna Shea Bushbacher, Michigan. Julius Irvin Bird, Illinois. Carter Jeffrey Carew, Iowa. Grant Carson Clark, Michigan.
Thank you.
Austin Frederick Clark, Kansas. Adam Nathan Considine, Wisconsin, cum laude. Lindsay Beth Ann Densmore, Ohio, cum laude. Brady Michael Doherty, Iowa. Spencer Lee Anga, Iowa. Anthony Wayne Fairchild, Ohio. Logan Marshall Felt, Wisconsin. Kyle Lewis Freeman, Pennsylvania. Hannah Bree June Gotham, Washington. Marley Jean Gillis, Michigan. Keegan Thomas Gura, Indiana, cum laude. Parker Timothy Hack, Ohio, cum laude. Alexandra Nicole Hayden, Kentucky. Colin Stevens Hickey, Wisconsin. Gregory Hill, Michigan.
Thanks.
Seth Andrew Hare, Illinois.
Congratulations, Seth.
Michael Youngjun Hong, Virginia.
Congratulations.
Madison Blair Hopfensperger, Wisconsin.
Congratulations, Madison.
Zachary Lazar Jacober, Wisconsin. Andrew C. Johnson, Michigan.
Congratulations, Andrew. Good luck.
Sarah Grace Kucha, Kansas. Melinda McKinney, Iowa.
Congratulations, Melinda.
Jennifer Miller, Colorado, magna cum laude. Brooke Nicole Olberding, Illinois. Casey Nicole Oliver, Illinois, cum laude.
Congratulations, Casey.
Rylan John Dale Pearson, South Dakota. Tanner Joseph Perkins, Michigan. Walker Clinton Porterfield, Iowa. Michael Dean Rivera Jr., Minnesota.
Congratulations, Michael. Good thing.
Zach Salo, Iowa.
Jack, congratulations on you.
Nicholas Arthur Schultze, Iowa. Claire Estelle Sheridan, Michigan.
Congratulations, Claire.
Eliud Miguel Sierra Jr., Illinois.
Thank you.
Tatiana Castillo Simpson, Iowa.
Thank you.
Ziad Sohail, Wisconsin.
Thank you.
Jacob Stegner, Ohio.
Congratulations.
Hannah Renee Yazzie, New Mexico.
Congratulations, Hannah.
Thank you.
Stephanie Lynn Zeller, Michigan.
Congratulations, Stephanie.
Thank you.
Carl Thomas Zies, Michigan.
Congratulations, Carl.
The faculty of Palmer College of Chiropractic is praiseworthy for many reasons. Their responsibility is providing the very best education possible to our students, and they fulfill their mission with distinction. I wish to acknowledge how proud we are of all of them. Faculty, please stand for recognition of this assembly. Thank you. And I'd like to recognize two members of our faculty who are unfortunately retiring. Fortunate for them, unfortunate for us. Howard Peterson, if you would please stand. Howard Peterson was hired in 1981, so that's 40 years of service, Howard. In the technique department, which is obviously principal to what our program does. Thank you for your dedication. Thank you for your service. Thank you for all that you have done. In addition to your scholarship, Howard is the author of a textbook on technique at a time when writing a textbook on technique was not easy to do. Not that it is now, but then the hand researching, the writing, and the transcription and the publication was much more difficult than it is in today's world. So Howard, we recognize all that you've done in your service and your scholarship, and we thank you for your 40 years of service to Palmer College. Chip Mortar. There he is. Chip, please stand for recognition. Chip was hired in 1976, which gives 45 years of service teaching spinal anatomy to Palmer students. Now, Chip, there's a rumor out there that you've been a tough grader at times. Well, I don't have to leave it in the rumor area. I was one of your students, and you were tough. So we know in faculty circles there's hawks and doves. The doves are the easy graders, the more humanistic, the more understanding, and then the hawks. So I don't know what it is about, like what levels of hawk exist, but you're up there. You're up there, Chip. You're way up there. But I gotta say, I felt pretty good about the fact that Chip is applying his own tough standards to himself. Today, when I was looking at the fact that you started in 1976, and I said, well, that's 45 years of service, and Colleen, my admin assist, corrected me and said, no, he's using nearly 45 years of service. Like, nearly 45 years of service? Let me do the math again. No, that would be 45. She's like, no, he was hired in October, so he's not quite at 45, so he's using 44 or nearly 45. But I'm like, oh, Chip. Oh, Chip. Well, to Howard and to you, and maybe especially to you, Chip, in retirement, maybe it's time to relax a little bit. And if someone says Chip Mortar worked here for 45 years, I'm not going to correct anyone. So just learn to relax it and round it off a little bit. Thank you, Chip, for your scholarship, your service, and all that you've done. Much appreciated to both of you. And folks, as we near the end of our ceremony, I want to take a minute to thank the parents and the family and friends that have joined us today. And as many of the speakers have called out today, your work is really important. Your support and your service makes all the difference. Your name is not on the diplomas, but your support and sacrifices are embedded in the actions that caused that diploma. So we all appreciate what you've done. Thank you. And for traveling to be here with us, that's especially appreciated, and safe travels to all of you as you return home. Members of Class 21-2, over the past couple of, well, it's been almost 14 months, you've had a lot to deal with, none of which is your fault. And I want to apologize on behalf of the college, the faculty, our staff. I want to apologize for the many events over the past year plus that has really caused you to miss many valuable experiences with your friends and the faculty and the staff in our classrooms, our clinics, all the places that you should be enjoying those experiences. I apologize. I want to thank you so much for your patience and all that you have done to allow our program to continue. I know there's been a lot of changes and alterations over that period of time, and we appreciate that we could be here today and start to return to normal. I also want to recognize and congratulate you on not only your resilience and your patience, but on all that you've accomplished to get here today. This is such an earned moment for you. Please take some time and think about it. The Roman philosopher Cyrus wrote that anyone can hold the helm when the sea is calm. It's piloting during the storm that makes all the difference. And much like the storms over the last couple of months, what has set you apart during that time is the same substance that will set you apart in your career moving forward. Please try to maintain your balance and forward momentum with the many challenges that are before you, much like those that you've successfully navigated in the past. So graduates, good luck to all of you. Please stay connected to each other and stay connected to this college. We'll be here for you. We want you to maintain your connection to the college. Palmer succeeds based on its prominent life cycle of students coming in, leaving to practice, but staying connected to the college. So please do not let your time here at Palmer end. Stay connected. We wish you the best of success, and we look forward to following the continuation of your professional journey. Students, please rise as we may take the chiropractic oath. In the accordance with the science and art and philosophy of chiropractic and a consequence of your dedication to the restoration of the sick to health, I request that you promise and swear the chiropractic oath. Please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I, and say your name, will adhere to the code of ethics espoused by the chiropractic profession. I will observe and practice professional conduct in relation with my patients, my colleagues, myself, and my profession. I will seek to preserve the integrity of my profession and help it grow in service to the benefit of all humanity. I will serve my patients to the best of my ability, violating neither their confidence nor their dignity. And in association with my patients, I shall not violate that which is moral and right. I will provide regimen for the good of my patients according to my ability and my judgment. I will regard and refer to my fellow doctors with honor and dignity, giving credit for their dedication and commitment to the profession. I will continue to improve my knowledge and skills and be sincere in my resolution to justify the responsibilities which this degree symbolizes and imposes. Students, you may put your right hand down on behalf of the faculty and the trustees of Palmer College of Chiropractic, and by virtue of the authority vested in me by the laws of the state of Iowa, I do hereby confer upon you the degree of Doctor of Chiropractic. In keeping with academic tradition, you may move your tassels from the right to the left, turn and present yourselves for recognition to the assembly.